If you're a maintenance supervisor for a commercial property, you've had to deal with everything from leaky faucets to flickering light bulbs. But nothing's worse than that ancient boiler that's lived in the building since the day it was built, 50 years ago. It's enough to make anyone lose their cool. That's where Grainger comes in. With industrial-grade products and dependable fast delivery, Grainger can help with any challenge, from worn-out components to everyday necessities. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome, crew, guys, gals, ghouls, friends, fiends, foes, whoever may be listening beyond the Omniverse tonight. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a Rocky Mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. Today is Saturday, December 28th, Sunday, December 29th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, and thank you so much for joining me tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and we are broadcasting live from the Mile High Clubhouse tonight. If you're listening to us live right now, you may be listening to us on KPNL Radio, which you can find at KPNL Radio at kpnl-db.com. You can also find us on Spreaker under We Are Paradox Media. And if you like to watch, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch under We Are Paradox Media. I believe Twitch might be We Are Paradox Media 101. But yeah, still the same. And if you want to listen in your free time, just listen to us wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. So I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas, and I hope this New Year's is super awesome and epic for you. I hope good things happen for you, and I'm just holding out and hoping that this year is going to be the best year in quite some time. I really hope so, because damn. So yeah, tonight, generally the last Saturday of the week we do a paranormal forum, but with all the craziness going on with the holidays and everything, and last minute notifications, I decided just to leave everyone alone and just do some trippy TikToks with me, TessaTNT. So hopefully you don't mind, and there's some really trippy stuff out there for sure. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? All right, we're going to make this a bit bigger. I'm going to blow it up. Un momento, por favor. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
In another investigation. Let's investigate what we missed in another investigation. Let's investigate what we missed and overlooked when we was kids. So was she really dancing with this beast, or was it all in her head? Bro,
What?
she was clearly never with this beast. This woman is suffering from a mental disorder. They tried to tell us how cuckoo she was in the beginning, but we didn't pay no attention to it.
She just likes
The girl
books.
is delusional. Just this scene alone of her walking alone just shows you how lonely she is and why she create these illusions in her head. But you see, we seen the part where everybody was speaking to her as she was coming into the town and all that, right? Everybody speaking and all that. We see that, right? But this is the part that we overlook. We overlooked the part where the baker didn't want to listen to her talk about her books to him. Why did he do that? Cause he knows she cuckoo.
Story about a beanstalk and an ogre and Marie!
Then the very next scene, as she's walking by, she passed up these ladies. Listen to what they say.
She goes, that girl is strange, no question. Look there, she goes, that girl is strange.
So first, the baker didn't want to listen to her stories about this book. Then the very next scene, they call her strange. Why would these ladies call her strange?
Maybe
What's
they're
strange about her? See, even in this scene, they trying to show you, but you gotta crack the code. See, this scene is all about the presence of her. You see how he looking? See how the producers got him looking as he cutting this man's mustache?
It cuts it off.
Why is he looking in fear of her? What is she doing so strange that got people looking in fear and looking like that as she walks by? Did y'all catch that? Here go another scene where they trying to show you that this girl is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Anytime somebody put a finger to their head and they move it around, you already know what that means.
Yep.
And in that very next scene, if you get a close-up on her, you will see this is how she really look. They trying to show you that this girl is a psycho. She crazy, bro. I didn't add
Come on, man.
See, she crazy over books. That's her thing. The problem is, there's nothing in these books. Nothing at all.
What?
Look as she walks. Let's get a close-up on the book. There's nothing in there, bro. She creating her own illusions with her head, bro. Even the lamb don't see nothing in the book.
Mad. It's
She trying to
bad.
show him something in the book. He looking like it ain't nothing in there. But then look at this. There's something in there now. And if you look in the book, that's the Beauty and the Beast story right there. The only difference is she added a beast.
Could be Sleeping
She
Beauty.
made her own sick, twisted little plots to the story. This is what she does. It's even the same castle.
Bro, quit reaching, bro.
But back to this, bro. You know she added this in her head because the dude who been trying to get with her said there ain't no pictures in this book.
You read this. There's no pictures.
Well, some people use their imagination.
So if there's no pictures in this book, then she's just using her imagination like she said. This is her imagination. See, the girl is so lonely that she go and get books, empty books, and rewrite them with her own imagination. Disney really wanted us to believe that this woman wanted to be happy living with this beast forever. Bro, this woman ain't want to be with no beast, bro. What she gonna get out of a beast?
The
Bro,
beast
look at
move.
his teeth. You see how sharp his teeth is, bro? She kissed him, her whole lip getting chopped off, bro. And then she had the nerve enough to tie that damn bow around his head to make it all cute. Man, take that bow off. And where he get this big ass coat from? Before you transformed to the beast, you was 6 times smaller than the beast. I guess he must have had 6X hanging up in his closet somewhere. This is how you know all this is in her head and she made this up in her head. Bro, the beast don't know nothing about her liking books. He don't know nothing about that. She never told him that she liked to read books, so why he bringing this library to her attention like he know she
Or
likes
maybe Mrs.
to
Potts
read
or
books?
somebody
Now,
called
the
him.
clock and the candle told her that they have a library.
The library, perhaps.
You have a library?
Oh, yes, yeah, indeed.
And the only reason they told her about that library is because they didn't want her to go to that secret room he didn't want her to go to. But she never
In her
said that
head.
she likes the library so she can read books. So why is he showing this library to her like she told him that? That's because it's her story. She just showing you how crazy she is over books. You can even tell by the conversation the girl is delusional.
Not delusional.
Do you think I'm odd?
My daughter? Odd? Huh. Where would you get an idea like that?
The translation of saying that she's odd is, do you think she's odd because she blanks out everybody in this town, don't talk to nobody, but picks up a book of empty pages and act like all the people are in the book?
I don't know. It's just that I'm not sure I fit in here. There's no one I can really talk to.
Y'all heard that? She said she don't fit in this world, and there's no
Okay.
one she can talk to.
So back in these times, girls didn't read or write, so she would appear very strange, if not to be hunted as a witch for doing so. So I don't know.
Too. And that is why the whole town thinks she's strange, thinks she's crazy, thinks she's cuckoo, because she don't talk to the world. She don't talk to nobody. She put everything inside of an empty book. She visualized her life living in a castle married to Prince Charming. And in her mind, she really is with Prince Charming. The world she living in, it don't even exist to her. She relate to the books,
Come on,
and the
bro.
books is how she live her life. That's why everybody thinks she cuckoo and crazy, because she don't talk to nobody. She talk to the books. Her life is in the books. This is the same story in the book. The only difference is she add her own plots and twists, and then she changed the characters. That's why she keep renting the same book.
Oh, this one.
That one. But you've read it twice. Like it all that much, it's yours.
Even the dad
It's
is
her
crazy.
favorite.
He over here inventing stuff like he really participating in a fair. There's no invention fair nowhere on this movie, bro.
Goodbye, Belle, and take care while I'm gone.
Gone where, bro? You're not going nowhere. Bro, how are you going to a fair? You don't even know where the hell you at.
Maybe he heard of it.
Bro, the horse don't even know where you at. Nah, but when he had left, that's when she created this Beauty and the Beast story. Remember what she said. No one talks to her, so she talks to the books. So here we go again, another investigation.
Okay, so well, that's one take on it. Like, really, I don't know. Feels like they're really drawing straws there and trying to make something up that is conspiratorial or whatever. But I don't know, good imagination on his part, but I really wasn't seeing what he was talking about. All right, let's get on to the next one, shall we? At the Walmart.
Something really weird is happening. About a week and a half ago, my husband was walking the dog, and when he stepped outside, he saw these 2 bags from Walmart, and he was like, something really weird is happening. About a week and a half ago, my husband was walking the dog, and when he stepped outside, he saw these 2 bags from Walmart, and he was like, that's weird. We didn't order anything from Walmart, and there were no identifying information on them. So I look at our ring footage and see that somebody had actually delivered them and like took a photo and everything. And I was like, that's so weird. We don't order anything from Walmart. I wonder if somebody has like a similar address, but there was nothing on them. There's no stickers, nothing. So we just gave it to the church the next day because we asked our neighbors and our like little neighborhood listserv and nobody knew where it came from. So Fast forward to today, a kid that I drive to school was like, hey, your groceries are out here. And I was like, that's weird because we didn't order any groceries. And sure enough, there's not only 2 bags, but it's a gallon of milk, 1 single banana, and an industrial sized box of ramen. And I was like, okay, well, this time it had little stickers on each bag and it had the first initial and last name of a person. I was like, great. So let me look that up in my neighborhood because maybe it's somebody in my neighborhood who didn't see the listserv and I can just bring them their groceries because God forbid you not have your milk for your cereal that also we donated to the church because that's what was in the last package was cereal. So anyhow, I go ahead and do that. I cannot find anyone with that last name in my neighborhood. And then I decide, I'm like, okay, I'm going to, look up this name with like the same number as my house address. Cause maybe it's like in a different state or it's like a similar street name, but my street name is pretty rare. And so I was like, I don't know. Anyway, I run through all of these options and then I go to Walmart and I call them and I'm like, hey, Walmart. But guess what? They don't answer the phone because it's
Walmart?
2024. Nobody calls anybody anymore. And so I was like, okay, I got to take my like 1990s brain and put it into the 2024s. So I went online and I found their little help option and I did the very best I could. And I had to create like an account in order to like get help with this issue. That's not my issue. And yes, I could have just let that stuff and like been like, whatever, I don't care. But like, I keep getting things and this isn't, I don't think gonna stop. And so I was like, I'm going to put a stop to it. And I figured out a way to get the chat people to call me back. And they called me and I'm like, hey, James. Hey, bestie. Thank you so much for calling me back. So excited. Here's what's going on. I'm a random lady and people keep dropping things off at my house. It was 2 different delivery drivers. And so this is a problem on behalf of the person who put in the order. Help a sister out. And he said, okay, what's your account number? James, no, James. So I have to then explain to James that I don't have an account with Walmart, that I literally created an account today. It doesn't even have my address on it. I think it just had my email and my phone number. And so, no, this isn't my account issue, sweetheart, baby, love, darling. And so
Honey boo boo child.
I get through to James that he's going to need to search in the internets of his computer in the Walmart and figure this out. So he says, I will not be getting any more packages from Walmart. I hope that he identified who that person was and where they live, and hopefully they got their milk for their cereal. And, that'd be great. And their single banana, just one.
Another one banana.
But then, what is this? This arrived today. My husband's like, we have another one. It's the same name as the other package. And this has a full name. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Now I have a full name for this person. It's a woman. And I'm going to look her up. So I look up and I can't find anyone who lives remotely near me that has this name. I don't know what's going on. So I just wrote, no such person lives here. And I'm going to put it back in my mailbox and just hope for the best. But I hope it's not one of those weird scams. I don't know. Something really weird is happening about a week and a half.
Okay, so before we move on, we had something happen last week, and I was home alone, and the goose starts going off, and then the dog starts going off, and then I let the dog out, and she just continues to bark, and barks as if somebody is in the yard or about to get into the yard. So then I carry my happy ass out there, and there's a police officer. I'm like, great, what's going on now? Like, all the dogs are at home, so there's not a dog at large issue. Like, what is happening? Hoping everything's okay. And he's like, well, I got a bag for you guys. This is the Peterson house, isn't it? Yeah. And he gave us a bag of stuff, which it was like 2 things of macaroni, 2 generic bags of cereal, 2 cans of corn, 2 cans of green beans, and a cake, like a pudding chocolate chip cake. And then he comes back out with a turkey and tries to hand it to me, but you know how the loops are on that? Like, put it down and I'll pick it up. But I kept trying to grab it from him, but I couldn't because I didn't want to hurt his fingers. So I was like, just put it down, then I'll grab it up. But he made sure, again, this is the Peterson house, isn't it? And I don't know, like, this package was odd because in years past, like, we have received packages, but this one, like, was the most weird, generic, whatever. And the bag that it came in was Shop with a Cop, which neither one of my kids went for Shop with a Cop for Christmas. So I'm not quite sure what was going on with that. So I don't know, but I appreciate whoever sent it. But at the same time, I don't know. It was just weird. And the cop was acting weird too, so I don't even know. Let's get on with it. 1985, must hear this. If you look down at the bottom, it says, this is pretty trippy.
In time, last day people, I have found a jewel here. I was just happening to look on YouTube, and this is Benny Hinn's first appearance on TBN. Well, anyway, the subject they're talking about is the last days, and about these cults and people in our government and all over the world that have plans to bring a one world government. Well, listen to what he says. You're going to find this very, very fascinating.
Do you know the Shambhala cult is an ancient cult from Babylon that teaches the rapture of the church?
A satanic cult that teaches the rapture? Where are they going?
Okay. I know I would get your interest tonight. They're teaching the rapture of the church, except it's twisted. It's twisted. They don't come at it as God doing it. They come at it in a whole different way. So let me take you back slowly and tell you about it. Now, you go check me out, you go check me out, you go check me out.
Okay.
And if I'm wrong, I'll apologize to the whole nation, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a good checker-outer.
You check me out, brother, all right? This Shambhala force is a cult. It is a very unusual cult because through the generations it has shown up in different forms with different names. Today it's called Shambhala.
Shambhala.
In the past it was called some other things which I would not even try to even pronounce, all right? But here's the teaching.
Where is it headquartered today?
Today there are, the New Age movement.
You can tell somebody's filming this from their TV.
Many of the leaders are involved in it.
Do you believe, just real quickly, parenthetically, do you believe that these New Age people are all aware that this is a worldwide network?
Oh, of course.
And are they, I mean...
One of their main leaders recently in an article, brother, I read an article about it, and I could not believe what I was reading. I got mad and thrilled all at once. Because this leader was talking about things that the Bible had predicted. For example, she was talking about that the only way to remove the threat of nuclear war is by totally destroying all nuclear weapons and uniting the world. Okay, now the Bible talks about that our world will become one, all right?
Yeah. The Antichrist, the man of sin, will do
correct.
that, won't he, for a brief period?
Correct. But let me just take you back to this Shambhala force. This would really interest you, all right? Okay. It's an ancient cult. It has come in different shapes and forms with different names, but with the same idea. The idea is this. Now, this I know will sound to you like it's from space, brother, but believe me, I'm telling you the truth. It teaches, first of all, that higher beings, intelligent beings from space, will one day unite with the consciousness of human beings. It teaches the oneness between these beings and the human race. It also teaches that the day will come, once this force unites with the human race, that the human race will unite into one people, one government, and be led by a man who today, by the way, is somewhere in Europe. Do you recall a few years ago,
like a man.
large ads came out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You're getting the connection.
Messiah is here.
The Messiah is here. Okay, his name was Maitreya.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. He is connected to that same cult. It's the same teaching. And if you remember, they said he will soon appear and he will speak to your inner man. Remember that? Okay.
Yeah. Full-page ad in the Los Angeles Times.
It was all over the world.
Yeah, everywhere.
Okay. That shows you the kind of influence and money those people must have. Okay. The cult also teaches, now here's the exciting part, all right? The cult also teaches that when this force takes over, that many will oppose it. The punishment for opposing that cult would be removal from the planet.
Oh.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, ho, ho is right.
Someone just pulled the light chain.
Right, okay.
Getting
This
creative
is
about
Satan's
going and
way
getting abortions.
of
Dad's not
explaining
going
the
out with us.
rapture, but
That's a good idea, boy.
Right, brother.
Very smart.
Right.
Ay,
Right, that's what I said. But it's a way to show, what they
This
say.
is in their teaching.
Yes.
Really now.
Have you got
Brother,
that in writing?
I have it not only in writing, I can give you the information and who said it.
Whoa.
Now, brother, I am not telling you anything that is fantasy in my brain.
Let me give one observation here. This
I really am not. God is my witness.
this is fascinating. The whole plan that this cult.
You just say God is not with us on that?
It's almost a carbon copy of God's plan. Twisted,
Yeah.
you know.
And here's-
Satan is
Paul,
nothing but a big copycat.
Paul,
He
listen.
hasn't had an original idea
You know
in
what
his
else
life.
they teach? You know what else they teach?
What?
Now, they teach that the human race, once the human race sees how those who will oppose this force will be removed, that they would go through a ceremony and be initiated into, listen now, they call it the Luciferic initiation, will be initiated with a number
A number.
as a reward
I want
of
to
not
see
opposing.
this.
I'll show you
I want
that.
to see
I want
it
to see this.
How many would like to say it? The whole, listen, the human race today is getting prepared for two facts. One, the punishment of those who oppose by being removed. Secondly, those who remain will be honored through a ceremony
With a number.
with a number.
I think we better read some scripture, right?
Now, here's something else. You
Gotta say some prayers,
Jack,
something.
just get ready for this now.
Where do they say we're going?
Well, according to what I read, now I'm still, listen, brother,
You're learning.
when I got into it, I thought, my God, how come I did not know? I got mad at myself. And as I began telling our church, quoting these people's names, I said to my people, listen, Paul, we have got 5,000 people. Surely one of them would discover I'm nuts if I was. But nobody has so far.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone to check me out and came back and said, you're right, and gave me more material that I did not know about. For example, you know all right, I shouldn't mention any names because this is national television, but there's certain movies today that are brainwashing the world for that.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, The Force is With Us, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Star
Many
Wars.
others like it. Preparing the world for this force. Now, the King James Version states in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, that the Antichrist will worship the God of forces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Oh.
The New Age movement calls that cult the God of forces. The very exact word in Daniel. It said that the Antichrist would not honor the God of his fathers, which I believe he's a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
It also states he will have no desire for women, which I believe he's a homosexual.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says, and he shall honor the God of forces. Well, what is the God of forces? Who is the God of forces? Now, I know it's the devil, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But this teaching teaches that this Shambhala force is actually called the God of forces.
Okay, again, this was from 1985 on TBN Live, so come a long ways, and because the cult is still preaching all this stuff and believing
was
it,
this guy?
They change their name and they do different things, but folks, we're in the last days.
Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom in on this really quick. Demons Get Out is the name of the channel. End Times Rapture Christian. Original sound David? I don't even know what the crap that means, but weird. I mean, he hit on a lot of things that made sense, but that looks good. When's that coming on? Now? Oh my. This is creepy AF. Holy shnikes.
One of the causations is that the British royal family has been flatline royal since 1840.
Explain that.
Flat lie royal means illegitimate, not allowed on the throne. So
they took it.
From the Battle of Waterloo, the British royal family lost all their money, and they've been funded by the Rothschilds in exchange for breeding rights.
Ooh.
So the Rothschilds had the breeding rights to the British royal family from 1819 to 2019.
So what was the purpose of the Rothschilds needing this?
The British royal family were virtually bankrupt from 1815. So the Rothschilds funded the British royal family
that was
in
my
exchange
baby
for the
boomer.
Rothschilds breeding the royals. So the whole British royal family are Rothschild Batards. And Batard is the royal name for bastard. So what I did in my legal documents is I exposed King George V of England as being sired by Tsar Alexander III of Russia, and I exposed Queen Elizabeth II as sired by artificial insemination by Winston Churchill, who was actually the illegitimate son of King Edward VII.
Hang on.
I know, it gets too much, so I'll show you a chart.
Okay, so you've got it all laid out for us to see?
Absolutely. One of the causations is that the British royal family has been flat lie royal since 1840.
Explain that.
Flat lie royal means illegitimate.
I just have to say really quick before this lady continues, that is trippy AF, and I've known, like, for a very long time, like, there was something backwards and dark about these people, and I don't know if you know about what was going on in Canada with our Canadian friends, but her and her husband, is it Philippe? The most recent queen, went up there to the school for First Nations kids and took a very lucky group of First Nations kids for a picnic. Were they lucky? No, because they didn't come back ever. And that wouldn't be the first time that this happened, according to stories that have been told by First Nations people that were children at that time living in the same facility. Like, to me, that's creepy AF. And I don't know, still with Charles, even, like, I don't know. Have you seen that portrait with him? Like, that thing is trippy AF too. I think there's like a face of a demon, like if you do a mirror effect or whatever on it, with the robe he's wearing, the background's red, and him and his goofy ass face. But anywho's, something ain't right with that family for sure. And if the Rothers are in on it, as far as like genetic sequencing and different things like that, like, man, I'd like to see some genetics on ancestors and people later on. I don't know.
So you mean to tell me you actually got on here and left this comment? So you mean to tell me you actually got on here and left this comment for me? Okay, so let's talk about it. You said some people going and buying from the dollar store and stuff like that. That's wrong too. That it should be a $50 minimum. No, it should be responsibility. And that should be adjudicated to the mother and the father. It's nobody else's fucking place to buy for nobody else's fucking children. So if you take a chance and you put your child on the angel tree, be grateful for whatever you get. I wouldn't give a damn if it came from Family Dollar or the Dollar Tree. Guess what? Nope. You didn't buy it. So why are you complaining? It was a free gift. If you have a problem
it's a gift from the heart.
Buying your children something from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, any of those things, bitch, buy it yourself. It's very
That's
simple.
right, girl.
You ungrateful motherfucker. Buy it yourself. You get on here.
That's what I had to do this year. Buy it myself. Christmas and Christmas dinner came from my damn paychecks. But hey, you know, the kids, they enjoyed their Christmas. It wasn't like one where they have huge amounts of presents where we even still have presents from last Christmas that they haven't opened. Like, it was the perfect amount of presents and they love them and they've been so happy with them. And like she said, it doesn't matter if it comes from the dollar store. I don't buy from the dollar store because I like my shit to last. But if you're on an angel tree or you're Shop with a Cop or anything like that, grateful for what your kids get because they don't really care where it came from. All they care about is, hey, I got something and somebody was thinking about me. You know, at least they got something. It's crazy, girl. Cray.
And want to count somebody else's pockets and tell them it should be a $50 minimum. No, some of y'all sorry ass parents, because December the 25th has not changed. It comes around every motherfucking year. What should happen is some of y'all sorry ass parents that depend on the angel tree ought to get up off y'all sorry asses, and if one job don't get it, bitch, get two. That's what you do. Or do the fuck without and explain it to your children. Yeah. You gonna sit up here and say that it, girl, bye. Cause you sound real ignorant and real fucking ungrateful. You one of them bitches I'm talking about. Stupid ass. Y'all, this subject really touches home.
Who the heck is this? I swear to God, I gotta zoom in on this one. Who this girl? Girl, who did? Mrs. Henry 1116. Man, am I subscribed to this? No, but I gotta subscribe to her because she is cracking me the F out. True words have not been spoken. And it's awesome that this is on my for you, even though I haven't subscribed. Next hour, we're going to get into people I subscribe to, but girl, tell it. Let's go. Let's go, girl. Come on, Mia. Hello?
For me, because let me tell you something, we sponsor children every year. Do I go above and beyond for these children? I absolutely do. This type shit has fucked me up. When I tell y'all we will not, and we sponsored over 20 children this year, we will not be pulling from the angel tree anymore. Simply because of this ungrateful,
don't let her ruin it,
bitter attitude, because you're mad because you didn't get a high price item. Y'all crazy. So y'all listen to all my people that come over here and
see, girl, God bless you for what you do for children's and everything like that, but don't let one bad apple ruin the freaking bunch. Seriously, like, what's in your heart to be charitable and give to these children that need. It isn't their fault that they were born into this world and that their parents are dumb AF. Like, don't give up on the angel tree. Don't give up on these kids. Like, keep on giving. Yeah, some of these parents have no couth, but girl, just keep on giving. Don't give up on these children, because these children need us, for real. For real, though.
And support Miss Henry every year when we sponsor children for Christmas. We will, because of bullshit like this, I'm here to tell you, I will not sponsor anybody else from the angel tree. I will not do it, y'all. It is what it is from now on. When Christmas rolls around, we will sponsor the elderlies in these nursing homes. Those are the people that we will be sponsoring. We won't be sponsoring no more ungrateful ass motherfuckers like this no more. That's what we not doing. Ain't no way. Y'all, it just ain't no way to me that somebody gives you a free gift. Free. Listen to it. F-R-E-E.
It's not the kid's fault. I'm telling you, girl.
I wouldn't give a damn.
I get it. Holy girl of eyeliners. Woot woot. Looks nice.
Ready to go?
Oh my god.
Bruh, slow down. Slow down.
Mr. Banana is waiting.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, good job, dang.
Come here.
Does it meet your standard of surfing, chick? Hey! Calm down.
Yeah. I used to slide down the stairs when I was a kid. Enoch. Good job, Courtney.
Yo, I gotta do a voiceover on this video because this video went over a lot of people's heads. I want you to pay attention to the left. This, boom, right there. This happened last night, y'all.
Is this my girl?
So let me tell y'all.
Is this Divine Pisces 444? Let me zoom in really quick. I think I recognize the voice, but let me look. I gotta look because I'm curious. It is Divine Pisces 444. Okay, let's get back into it. Shall we? Girl, go.
Well, the night before when I look, watch this light come in. Ooh, yo, man, you're not paying attention. Listen, I thought it was my phone, but listen, y'all, when I tell you I just woke up, whatever that shit was put me down. Do you hear me? It did something to me, y'all. I just woke up. Listen to me. The night before, y'all, I caught it on my backyard security camera. Oh my God. Look, y'all, this video right here is 10 minutes long. I was literally outside. I'm going to post the full video on my YouTube channel. Y'all better head over there. Handler name, MRUCKER 444. Y'all going to want to see the whole video. Y'all going to want to see the whole video. I was on the porch first, y'all. Watch it. Watch it. Okay, so at this point, I wiped my phone off because I'm like, what the hell? Is my phone tripping? Is my phone doing this? Because I ain't never seen no shit like this before. Now, my phone is off focus. I want you to look to the left. You're going to see these two ghostly images running all around my yard, man. One of them even come up to me. So if that was my phone, watch that purple light. Watch how it travels all the way to the house over there and comes back. Boom, right there. Y'all, when I tell you I'm stressing, it was not my phone, and I realized that at the end, right here, because I'm like, okay, it's just a reflection. Maybe it's, it's an iPhone. So I zoom out because I'm like, well, shit, it's just the phone. And this is the moment coming up when, boom, y'all watch it. This is when I realized it wasn't my phone. Now, when you watch the 10-minute video, the full video, I'm out there zooming on the creatures. I'm zooming in on the creatures, y'all. And then all of a sudden I hear something walking up towards me. And when I look over at it, it's paper thin. It's these creatures I've been talking about. The recent ones that just arrived. They are paper thin, you guys. And I seen it. And so I ran into the house. And I'm like, oh shit. I run into the house. So now I'm just standing in the doorway recording. The full video is 10 minutes, y'all. I'm getting ready to post it on my channel. When I tell you that happened last night, y'all, I literally just woke up.
Okay, let's pause this. Does it show where her channel is? Maybe this is just one that was uploaded to more. Let's see. California, New Jersey, Utah, Texas, China, Mexico. Get ready. FYP, alien arrival, YouTube handler name, MRucker444. Okay, I don't have that one, so I gotta write that one down real quick, like, under my Divine Pisces. MRucker444. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out after the show, because, damn, I'm curious.
Well, the night before when I look, watch this light come in. Ooh, yo, man, you're not paying attention.
Nope.
I want you to try this for 21 days straight, and I guarantee your life will never be the same. You want to repeat this at least 3 times every single day. Best in the morning and right before bed. After 21 days, I want you to come back to this video and comment all of the crazy things.
Okay, let's zoom in on this one too. See who's saying this. Who we gotta come back? Mind.matters. 1, 2, each one is the date. Mind matters. All right, let's go. Let's go.
That have unfolded in your reality. This is what you need to repeat.
No. Come on now.
That have unfolded in your reality. This is what you need to repeat for 21 days in a row. Universe, I am open and ready for you to start conspiring in my favor, to make my dreams come true.
And people get on my page and they're like, that's the devil. Y'all need to be checking out Jesus. Well, God is the one that created the universe. God is the universe. Jesus is a part of that. So I don't think this is demonic at all. Satan was a part of the universe, but not the universe. The universe is God the Father. God the Father created the universe. Sorry, just had to get that off of my chest because people piss me off. Let's go.
And I request for a clear sign in my reality to come to me today. I am open. I am ready. Thank you. Now your only job is to stay open and notice all the stuff that shows up in your life.
If you are not following Mind Matters, you're probably never going to hear my voice again.
Yeah, probably not, but I have to say something really quick. Okay, I started noticing this around Christmas Eve or perhaps the day before, I don't know, but every time I get on my phone, whether it's to look at a recipe, to check my messages, to do my quiz game that I like to play every day, 111, 222, 333, 444, like repetitive numbers like that every single freaking time. It's not like I planned it. It's just like a nudge to me, pick it up, there it is. And I noticed the time, and I'm like, that is so stinking weird. But anyways, this doesn't really have anything to do with what we're watching right now. But I thought it was pretty interesting and intriguing, I must say.
But if you are, congratulations, you're on the right track.
I want you to try this for 21 days straight. And I...
What's gonna happen? Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I'm scared. What is going on? Oh, you're gonna lock us in here. Okay. Okay. Come on, dude. What the fuck? Pardon my French. I'm sorry. I guess I get 2 more of those this whole time. What's gonna happen, guys? Do you know? I'm freaked out. Nothing! Nothing happened. What the crack? Aw, that's cute.
This lady in Congress apparently was suing Starbucks because they weren't listing the ingredients on their drinks.
Oh, gosh.
And the pumpkin spice latte had the active ingredient of ammonia in it.
Oh!
Why? They use it for food coloring.
No.
To make it orange. Yeah, so
There's gotta be a better way.
In Europe, they list the ingredients and they use, I believe, carrot or beets or something. It's like a natural food coloring. But the U.S. Starbucks was using an ingredient that included ammonia in the pumpkin spice lattes to make them orange looking.
What are we doing?
Why? Drink that shit. You know
I
what?
wonder why everyone's dying of cancer.
People think I'm stupid for this, but I've been off. I've never liked Starbucks. But at the same time, once I heard that, okay, so when you're in the military, you get MREs. One of my favorite things in my MRE was a little bitty tiny bottle of Tabasco that I would take out and put on my damn crackers. That was my treat for the day. That made me so freaking happy. Well, Starbucks was asked to provide coffee or some sort of coffee shooter or something like that for MREs. And they're like, nope, ain't gonna do it because we don't support the war. Doesn't matter if you support the war or not. Support your troops, right? Can we do that? Support our troops? That could be your son, daughter, brother. Come on. So yeah, I don't buy Starbucks because I think it's overrated. But for them not to support the troops, to me, is the end of the line for me. But they're putting ammonia in the coffee. Ugh, that's gross. To make it orange? Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Yeah, because we're drinking ammonia. And that's on purpose. That has to be on purpose.
Ugh. That's gross.
Yeah, because we're drinking ammonia. And that's on purpose. That has to be on purpose.
Yeah, because it's the cheaper option.
And there's no way they just cut it out. It's the middle of fall. You know how many millions of gallons they have of that stuff, probably?
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys,
so
pumpkin
gross.
spice lattes.
Remember that clip of George Bush Sr. throwing up at the thing?
Mm-hmm.
This lady in Congress apparently was suing Starbucks because...
Damn. I don't know you. But I'm kind of curious. How long does this one last? I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's continue on.
$36.
No. We've got a little bit more time.
Lincoln
before
County
we break.
911. Yes, this is Donna Jackson. I'm at Road. There's a man at my back door. He's trying to get in. There's a man at my back door trying to get in. County, let us go over there. Ma'am? Yes, stay on the line with me, okay? He's hollering and yelling. I have a gun. Okay, listen to me. Listen to me carefully. Yes, I want you to stay. Gun and I will use it. I want you to stay on the line with me. I will. He is banging on the door. Okay, I need him now.
That's right, dagnabbit. If it is, it's carrots or pumpkin or something.
It's
not
patio door.
ammonia.
It's not worth a nickel.
It's boss, man. How's it going? Good to see you.
And the front gate is locked. There's no way I can let him in.
I gotta go try and whip you up on the quiz
my
game
husband's
later.
He's getting close to the door. I'm gonna go ahead and get the gun out.
Yeah, Starbucks is overrated.
Okay.
Seriously.
Do you live on the corner of that mall section?
I make my own coffee. Good thing.
Yeah, he's still here. Yeah, I can hear him banging. Can you understand what he's saying at all? Well, he's crazy. He's crazy. I can hear him yelling. I'm taking the safety off the gun.
That sounds like my goose when she knocks on the door.
Crazy. I don't know how he got in here. He had to climb. He had to come through the very back. You're saying your front gate is locked? Yes, ma'am, it is. How does police need to okay. He's going to have to climb over the fence. Okay, he's going to have to climb the fence in the front yard. The front gate is locked. So I have to climb the fence. Listen to me.
This guy is motivated.
There is a key. It's an old flagpole that's broken off. There's a wire hanging inside of it, and inside there's the key. But if he can make it through the gate, come on. Oh, crap, he's coming around the front. Is your front door locked? Yes, ma'am, but it's only got a lock on the handle. Okay, do you have a place that you can go inside your house and lock yourself in a room? I've got a big shotgun. I'm not going into a tiny bathroom. Is he still banging?
Fuck that, dude.
No, he's not banging, but he's walking around the house trying to find a way in.
I got one more of
crap,
those.
he's at the back.
Okay, 2 more
County
hours.
13 is
I need to
advising that
conserve
you
my
can
F
defend your
words.
property if you
I'm
need
sorry,
to.
but this scares the
I don't
crap
want to
out
have
of
to kill
me.
this man, but I'll kill him graveyard dead, man. I understand. All right. You just stay on the line with me until we know a county officer's on scene. No, I will.
What the heck, dude?
Oh, crap, he's breaking in. He's breaking in now. He's breaking in now. He's breaking in.
Kill that guy. Dude, seriously.
If he breaks the window, I'm going to kill him. Walking across back and forth on the porch. He looks to be an older man. I don't want to kill him. I understand,
What the heck is wrong with this dude?
Please hurry. Hurry.
What is going on?
He's going to make it in. Please hurry, ma'am. Okay, I'm trying to find out where they're at. He's kicking the door. Okay, they're on their way. They're getting straight en route, too.
Yeah, they'll be there in about 30 minutes.
Stay with me. I think he's drunk. He doesn't know where his pickup's at. God, I don't want to kill this. Okay, I understand.
We'll take out his kneecap then.
Just try to. I know it's hard to stay calm, ma'am. Just keep on the phone with me. I can't just gotta keep on the phone, darling. It's a big shotgun. It'll break my arm. As soon as you tell me they're here, I'm putting the face back on this sucker. They need to hurry. He's gonna break this thing open.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'll have to kill him, ma'am. I don't want to kill him. I understand, ma'am. You have to protect yourself. I will.
I'm scared.
He keeps yelling, Pat. Oh, he's getting ready to break the window. Okay.
I think he's at the wrong place.
He sounds drunk.
Oh man, he's drunk and confused.
I can hear him yelling. I can't hear what he's saying.
How did he get over the fence? He messed up.
I'm trying to stay away from the window. she's got the gun off safety. He's trying to kick the door. It's off safety, ma'am. All I gotta do is fire. He hasn't came through the door yet. Okay, he's got a plastic chair. Thank God we don't have big chairs. He's got a plastic chair? Oh, he's got it. He's out of here, ma'am. I'm putting something down. She hung up on me. He came through the window. He came through the door. He threw a chair through the door.
What? Seriously, with a plastic chair? You need to get some better glass.
Man, it's about through the house. I'm going to shoot. Oh, God. Man, hurry. Dear God, hurry. Okay. Not yet. Hurry.
Just take out his knees.
Man. Oh, my God. Ma'am, is your phone a cordless phone? I shot him going out front. I hit him. He shot him. God, help me. Okay, stay on the line. He shot him. I need to get an ambulance up there, too. Oh, please, dear God, I think I've killed him. Please, Father in heaven. Lincoln County 911.
Oh, no, that's terrible. I'm sorry for that lady. Like, that is very, very, very freaking unfortunate. All right, so on that note, boys and girls, we are going to go to our first music break. On this break, we have Gravity from Krakow, Poland. He's going to be singing Throw You Away, Take a Walk in My Shoes. Then we have Mr. Jeff Hilliard from Los Angeles, California, with his 80s ballad of Abandoned. I think I'm going to put that one at the top. And then we're going to kick off with Mr. Fred Johnson III from Canyon County, California, with Sugar. Oh, I love this guy's music. Confused, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
I gave you my said you need. Well, don't you tell me, baby, how do you feel? As I walk down the street, thinking all the things you said you need. Well, don't you tell me, baby, how do you feel? Don't you take a walk? Well, don't you take a walk? In my shoes, why don't you take a walk? Before you tell me what to do, well, don't you take a walk? Don't you take a walk? In my shoes, why don't you take a walk? Before you tell me what to do. No, it's easy. You tell me what to do. Have you ever stopped to think all the things that I've been through? No, it's easy. You tell me what to do. Have you ever stopped to think all the things that I've been through? Don't you take a walk? Don't you take a walk? In my shoes, or don't you, baby, take a walk? Before you tell me what to do. Don't you take a walk? Don't you take a walk? In my shoes, or don't you, baby, take a walk? Before you tell me what to do. Waiting here on this cold, lonely night without you. The tension's overbearing. Wondering, are you coming back home again? To inspire fondness with love. Where did our love go wrong?
All right. Welcome back, and thanks so much once again for hanging out with me tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. Well, it's been pretty interesting this evening, and as I said before, we will do... Okay, so the one we've been on right now, here, let me blow this up so you can see what I'm doing right now, too, instead of being like, what is she doing? All right. We're going to go over here. We're going to make it bigger. Right. So you've been on the For You. I want to go to following and see what's going on there. But so far, this crack has been pretty interesting.
Every one of you.
iPhone story. Yeah. These look good, but definitely want to see what's going on over here. All right. Following. Let's go. Hang on.
In just a few years.
All right, let me make sure it's muted. Yes, we don't want an echo, and then we need to make it bigger, which means make it smaller. We go from 100% to 25%. Are you guys ready? Let's go.
China has built this world-class fusion research campus from scratch, while the U.S. still lacks anything like it. It's a sign of China's growing investment in nuclear fusion, what many scientists consider the holy grail of clean energy.
If American companies don't lead on this, then the jobs, the wealth won't develop here, they'll develop in China.
We'll break down the race to achieve and...
The final experiment. Man, I've been sitting back, watching this whole thing unfold.
So if you haven't watched this guy, like, yes, he talks about flat Earth, but yes, he's got a lot of interesting different things to say. So now let me go ahead and, man, I pushed the wrong button, of course. You know me. If something wrong can happen, it will happen. And share screen once more. But no, this guy.
Conclusion.
Hold on.
We have a.
He has a conclusion, but give me a second. I want to make it to where he's not echoey and stuff. And I also want to show you what his TikTok page is called. _7club_, okay? Got it? Or is it _7club_dot? Pretty sure it's _7club_. Right, but yeah, he talks about flat Earth and stuff, which... People have talked to me about this in the past, and I'm like, y'all's crazy. Who is your teacher? And stuff like that. When in reality, different things that they're talking about actually make sense. The one that really got to me was the flights, like how they go to these far-off places instead of close places to get to certain places. Why? Well, because it's like this and not like this. I don't know. Anyways, let's get on.
A 24-hour sun model of flat Earth, a physical model that actually demonstrates the 24-hour opposite rotating sun in Antarctica. No matter where you are on the ice wall, you see the same thing. Yeah. It just so happens to look exactly like the time lapse they showed, where the sun like squashes into an oval when it gets near the horizon, and then it kind of gets too high on the opposite end, which doesn't match the globe, by the way, because the globe says that it's symmetrical in the north and the south. So whatever 24-hour sun you see in the north, like staying around the horizon, not getting above 23.5 degrees or whatever, that's not what we saw in Antarctica, right? But then I'm thinking, wait a second. They got diverging shadows. That looks like a super localized light source, like they're in a studio, which is what I thought at first, but then I started to think, wait, the Encyclopedia Britannica and America from 1958 says that the dome is only 13,000 feet above the 80th south parallel. So that would create a super localized light source, but not super localized heat source because it's an apparent sun. So that's how the sun could exist right over Antarctica for 6 months and not melt a single flake of snow.
Except for it has been.
What?
What?
That actually makes sense. So those who say, oh, the 24-hour sun is impossible on the flat Earth, that's not true.
Oh, no.
We actually have a demonstration showing that it's not only possible, but it's.
And also, when we talk about this, hold on, I'm trying to find my squares. Oh, what about Alaska? So I've never been there. I had a psycho ex that used to work from there. And then my mother lived there for a bit because my grandpa was in the Navy. And so she lived up there, and she was talking about like the 24-hour light and stuff like that. And it's still cold AF. Yes, it's light most of the time, but it's still really cold. So, yeah, I could see how it could be light there all the freaking time, but not melting any snow. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let's go. Giddy up.
That's exactly what they saw when they went. See, the main thing about, even though it seemed like they were in a studio in a lot of places and it seemed like they were faking it, the reason I didn't jump on that one right away is because they're not even back yet. And what if they get back and they comprise all of the raw footage and prove undoubtedly that they did go? But that's okay. Because before they even got back, before they even went, there was already a model demonstrating the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. That's exactly what they saw when they went. See, these are the final experiment. Man, I've been sitting back watching.
It goes and it starts at the beginning again, so I'm just like,
thing unfold. I think I got.
I'm gonna have to blow it up. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, when it goes to the very end and then it's back again, I think, oh, well, that's it. Now go away.
In a studio in a lot of places, and it seemed like they were faking it. The reason I didn't jump on that one right away is because they're not even back yet. And what if they get back and they comprise all of the raw footage and prove undoubtedly that they did go? But that's okay. Because before they even got back, before they even went, there was already a model demonstrating the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. The final experiment. Man, I've been sitting back watching this whole thing unfold. I think I got my conclusion. All right, so we have a 24-hour sun model of flat Earth, a physical model that actually demonstrates the 24-hour opposite rotating sun in Antarctica. No matter where you are on the ice wall, you see the same thing. And it just so happens to look exactly like the time lapse they showed, where the sun like squashes into an oval when it gets near the horizon, and then it kind of gets too high on the opposite end, which doesn't match the globe, by the way, because the globe says that it's symmetrical in the north and the south. So whatever 24-hour sun you see in the north.
These are the craziest discoveries we made in 2024.
Wow.
Starting in England, where amateur archaeologists unearthed one of the largest Roman dodecahedrons ever found. Till this day, though, what they were used for still remains a mystery. In Iran, they discovered the world's oldest lipstick, dating back 4,000 years. An Italian junk dealer discovered that the old painting he had hung up at his family-owned restaurant was actually an original Picasso, now worth over $6.6 million. In Botswana, the world's second largest diamond ever was unearthed, and we were gifted with this clip. What? Back to Earth, a scientific expedition in Peru discovered 27 new species, including an amphibious mouse and a blob-headed fish. Scientists discovered an association between low testosterone and high anxiety. Japan discovered the skeleton panda sea squirt, which, for such a random name...
Now I'm tripped out. Low testosterone equals high anxiety. Where we at? Where we at? We're gonna go back just a little bit.
Is somehow the perfect description. And how could we forget? The evolution of life on Earth and even space was thrown into question after the discovery of dark oxygen on the floor of the Pacific Ocean. These are the craziest discoveries we made in 2024. Starting in England, where amateur archaeologists unearthed one of the largest Roman dodecahedrons ever found. Till this day, though, what they were used for still remains a mystery. In Iran, they discovered the world's oldest lipstick, dating back 4,000 years. An Italian junk dealer discovered that the old painting he had hung up at his family-owned restaurant was actually an original Picasso, now worth over $6.6 million. In Botswana, the world's second largest diamond ever was unearthed, and we were gifted with this clip. What? Back to Earth, a scientific expedition in Peru discovered 27 new species, including an amphibious mouse and a blob-headed fish. Scientists discovered an association between low testosterone and...
So, the blob-headed fish, I heard about that earlier and how people are like, oh, we gotta catch it. Let it be. Like, why? Oh, we gotta catch it and we gotta kill it off. What's your deal? Unless you're like catch and release or something, but... Anxiety to testosterone. A groundbreaking study has unveiled a significant link between anxiety disorders and a brain receptor known as TechArt3, as well as testosterone. So it's low?
And high anxiety. Japan discovered the skeleton panda sea squirt, which, for such a random name, is somehow the perfect
Hey friends, is it possible that the Anunnaki are actually future humans that escaped into the past and live inside the Earth in what scientists call ultra-terrestrials, and that they've been sort of engineering humans along the way to become this warrior class and inventors that serve as like foot soldiers, as a security force on the surface of the planet to guard against some sort of upcoming invasion? Okay? This sounds wild. I understand. It sounds like science fiction. There's actually a lot of supporting evidence to this, okay? So I did a video not too long ago about the fact that I think there's a good chance, anyways, that what we call Anunnaki and these sort of advanced Nordic type aliens are actually future humans, and that they are sort of stuck in this physical plane. They haven't been able to ascend spiritually for whatever reason. And what they did is, since they couldn't leave the physical plane and there was some sort of a threat in the future that they had to escape from, the best way was to escape into the past. And there's a lot of evidence for the fact that like ancient humans on Earth are actually far more advanced than current humans, okay? Well, this doesn't make any sense from an evolutionary standpoint.
Yeah, we go through cycles.
Sapiens didn't evolve from monkeys. You're basically an idiot if you still believe that narrative. We can prove it. We were tinkered with at a genetic level. Okay, so who tinkered with us and why? Where did this advanced ancient human come from? And it seems like they're still here. Like Jesse Michaels just did a great documentary about how all these UFOs and orbs and spheres and these new drones that everyone's talking about seem to be focused around nuclear power plants, nuclear silos, nuclear weapons depots, stuff like this, okay? So when you put it all together, it paints this picture to where, like, another point, the Nordic aliens that everyone talks about seeing, right? The tall, sort of blonde hair, blue eyes, sort of Nordic type aliens are in these flying saucer craft. And typically they're seen coming out of the Earth, out of the oceans, out of volcanoes, out of caves, stuff like that, not coming down from the atmosphere. And when you look into these flying saucers and you really dive into like what we were doing in the 40s and stuff with anti-gravity devices, and you study how anti-gravity works, basically if you manipulate space, you manipulate time, because space and time is this continuum fabric. So if you are able to push and mold and distort space, you also distort time, you create time machines. So the fact that these Nordics, who I believe are also the Anunnaki, I think it's all one. It's like, even when they talk about the Greek, Olympians, and they talk about the Hindu devas and the shiny ones, and the ancestors from Chinese, mythology and all this stuff. They're all people that live, they're ancient humans, but I think they're actually future humans, okay? I know it gets a little confusing, but when you see these stories of people talking about these Nordics, these aliens, right, and these flying saucers, and then you think, oh, that flying saucer is probably just an anti-gravity device, right? And if you distort gravity, you also distort time, and then you're like, oh, well, they're time machines, okay? They're time travelers. But they're traveling through timelines on Earth, okay? Well, why would they be doing that? Well, there's a good chance that, like I said, in the future, they're actually escaping something. Well, the best way to escape it is just to go to the past before it happened. Well, what if they're escaping some sort of, like an invasion, or some sort of a war, or something like that? They escape to the past. They set up, like Atlantis, okay? That would be their civilization. They sort of create humans, and they know what's coming down the pipeline, okay? So how would they create humans? They would create these warring people, these people that are very smart, very civilized, but they spend a lot of time and effort, money and resources on creating weapons, okay? But they don't want them to annihilate each other, but you have to be hardened. You have to be battle tested, okay? So we are constantly in a state of war, constantly creating new weapons, spending all of our money and research and development on making better weapons to kill each other. But they don't want us to wipe everybody out, right? They just want us to be really good at what we do. We're good at making weapons, good at making tools, and we're good at fighting, okay? That's what humans do, okay? So the whole planet is covered in soldiers, warriors, with tons of weapons. Well, if these were like these, I don't know, big brother kind of aliens that are here to protect us and help us, well, they probably wouldn't have guided us, because there's a lot of evidence that we were guided to making these nuclear weapons. And it makes me think that it's possible, anyways, I'll say that we have been guided to making these weapons because they see us as worker bees. We're just here to create things. And the things that we've been creating, by and large, some of our biggest technological advancements and developments have been weapons. Okay?
Come on, we can be chillins.
There's all sorts of evidence that these drones and these orbs and spheres are monitoring all of our nuclear weapons, because they don't want us to do anything stupid with them. The point is not for us to use them on ourselves. What if the point is for us to, essentially, we've like booby-trapped the Earth. They live inside the Earth. We've booby-trapped the surface, and we are armed to the teeth. And there's 8 billion of us. We're heavily armed, heavily trained, tons of militaries, tons of weapons, and a lot of them are pointing up, if you've noticed, right? Pointing up to the sky. Now we're starting to arm satellites and things like this. We've completely armed this planet. And what if they know, because if they come from the future, what if they know that some event happens in the future, some sort of an invasion, and this is all just getting ready for it? They can't tell us that, because people would freak out. So instead, they create these little wars, just enough to keep our R&D going, keep the military-industrial complex going, and keep everybody battle-tested, right? Ready to go at all times, because they know that something's going to pop off. And they're inside the Earth because there's tons of evidence that there's an advanced human species living inside the Earth. They call them ultra-terrestrials or crypto-terrestrials. Lots of really well-respected scientists have come out, done, like Hal Puthoff did a paper on this, Dr. Michael Masters did a paper on this. They really think
what do you think, baby? There's an advanced
race of humans inside the Earth. That's what we would call the Anunnaki. And that they've been guiding us, engineering us, upgrading us along the way. And, we owe a lot of our advancements to them. But if you haven't noticed, one of the biggest things that humans do, one of the main things we spend money on, one of the main things we spend time and focus on, is war, is fighting, and weapon making. Well, if they have the ability to engineer us and to guide us in certain directions, why would they be guiding us that direction? And now there's so much evidence linking all these spheres and orbs and drones to nuclear stuff. And it's like, okay, I don't think they're here to, take those things away, because I think that they actually helped us create those things. They're just managing it, trying to safely manage this, this tangled web of weapons that we have. They're just managing all of these resources. But they want us to have these resources, it seems, but not to use on ourselves, to use on something else potentially. What a wild theory. I understand, as I'm saying it. It's
right.
Crazy. But it would explain human behavior. It would explain our evolution. It would explain how we've been kind of led to use our talents and our ingenuity and our intelligence on weapons breakthroughs. It seems like that's what we're guided to do. And it's like, we're such creative and loving people. Why do we make so many weapons? And why is that such a focus of most civilized governments, right? Well, maybe it's because these people have hands in these governments and they dictate where we allocate our resources and stuff. And maybe it's because, something is coming down the pipeline and we have to be ready for it. But they can't tell us that. So they're just kind of secretly guiding us from behind the curtain, I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong, obviously. It would make a great science fiction movie. But I hope that's not reality. But it's hard to explain how humans became Homo sapiens sapiens as fast and as efficiently as we did. It's hard to explain why we continue to make weapons at the pace we do, why we have so many nukes, why we do the things that we do and act the way that we act, why we have perpetual wars nonstop, why the military-industrial complex is so powerful and no one can do anything about it. And, why these flying saucers seem to have these Nordic beings that seem to be, future humans, but also seem to come from our ancient past. Why are ancient civilizations so advanced?
And that brings me back to, I remember back in the day when we actually had one of the Nordics. I've had friends from Louisiana that had the same experience. It's called orb abducted, but this orb took them into a ship and they were Nordic people. But even back in the day, I think it was like the 50s and 60s, there was a Nordic type person. Was it Thor? The Great Thor or something like that? I can't remember what his name was, but he was a Nordic as well. And he was there side by side with politicians, etc. There was an agreement later on that happened. I can't remember if it was Garfield or someone else. But recently, right before all this stuff started to happen in New Jersey, it fell away. So is this why they're back? Or is it because there's a threat of World War III and the drones are trying to protect us from the orbs? The orbs have been around for years. I saw the orbs at first in 2012, could be 2011, 2012. I'm trying to remember because I was pregnant with my son. So yeah, it was all 2012 that it happened when an orb was following my 72 Gran Torino home and my daughter was seeing it. She's like, there's an orange light following us. Got out, looked up. There was indeed an orange light following us. I couldn't do it till I got to a stop sign. Stopped, got out. She's like, what are you doing? I just want to go home. I'm like, it's okay. We can go home. It's okay. I just want to see what you're talking about. I'm glad I did because months later, after my son was born, with 6 fingers on his right hand, mind you, I'm sitting there breastfeeding him as my husband and my girls are either playing on a PlayStation game, maybe it was Xbox, and then my other daughter was doing something else. But when I saw that orb again coming down the fence line at a slow, steady rate, like it's just walking down the fence line. But this time, instead of being like this big, it was like this big. It was like a 3x4 circumference, about 10 to 12 feet from me. But yeah, you could see it just coming down the line as it got closer. You could tell basically what size it was, 3x4. And yeah, it continued on until it went behind the trees, etc. And I opened the door, so I dislodged my son from the breast, laid him down on the couch, tried to take a picture, couldn't get my phone to work. So I called my family over. Hey, come look at this. Look at this. And they came and looked at it. And me and my 2 daughters saw an orb that looked like it had liquid hot magma, liquid fire in it. My husband said he saw a bat flapping its wings at a very slow rate of speed, and it was huge. Anyways, I opened the door, stepped 1 foot out into the snow. At that point, I was like, what are you doing, chick? You don't know what this thing wants, what this thing can do, and you have kids to raise. Stuck that foot back in the house, closed the door back, and just watched it as it continued on down the line. Perhaps have I gone out there to check it out, I could have got radiated. Perhaps it would have abducted me. Perhaps it would have diminished me to nothing. I don't know, but I've got tons more pictures and videos of craft like this for later factors, but this stuff is real. It's happening.
You know, it's just, there's so many things that don't make sense. And this theory, as wild as it is, does make some sense. It makes a lot of sense. We're the army. We're the army on the surface, and we don't know that we're being trained and armed for some sort of upcoming battle.
You're amazing, dude.
I don't know. Like I said, hopefully that's wrong. It would make a great book or movie, but hopefully it's not reality. But if you have a better, kind of explanation for everything, I would love to hear it. I would love to know your thoughts on this. And have a beautiful day, friends. Peace. It's.
Want to hear a story? This story is going to take us to Superstition Mountains in Arizona.
Okay, so my family, aka my sister, my little sister, and mama, live in Arizona. They both lived in the same place in Phoenix, Arizona. But since my grandpa Cookie died, My mom has moved back to New Trioso. So they're separated by several hours, but every time I go to Phoenix, I try to see the lights. I have not yet, but this is going to be intriguing. And I love this chick. She's a good storyteller, and she knows stuff. The Superstition Mountains, we try to go there. We went to the Star Ranch or something like that, where this guy supposedly did his kung fu and chopped an alien. Didn't quite kill him, but here, let's go.
Shortage of legends. There is something very strange, very ancient, and very deadly about these mountains, which have struck fear and awe into the hearts of men for hundreds, if not thousands of years. The mountains are located in the Superstition Wilderness area in the Tonto National Forest. And when the Spanish arrived to this area in 1540, led by conquistador Fernando Coronado, it was then inhabited by the Apache. The Apache believed that these superstitions were home to the thunder god, whose movement caused.
Also, did you guys hear that when a lot of people go there to investigate and check ish out, they get beheaded? Like, something chops their freaking heads off. And there's been stories of, like, small people, probably not this small, but, small compared to a human. Aliens, Allens, those damn Allens and other things. Like, what could it be? I don't know, but let's get back to this chick, because she's badass.
Deep rumbles within the earth. They warned the Spanish to stay away from the mountains, because the thunder god punished intruders on the land, and they told stories of those who had trespassed there, later found turned to stone. They spoke of a strange hole in the mountains, an entrance to the spirit world, the lower world, where winds blew that created mighty dust storms in the desert. But the Spanish had little interest in the stories of the Apache people, because they were on the hunt for riches. When they learned that gold had been found on the mountains, they decided to explore it anyway, even without the Apache, who refused to help them, and told them that only fools would risk the displeasure of the thunder god, and that certain horrors would befall them. But Coronado and his men went up into the mountains, and one by one, those men began to disappear. Their bodies found later with their heads cut off. Finally, the conquistadors fled, swearing never to return to the accursed mountains. But in 1691, Jesuit missionary Kino made his first expedition into the land of Arizona, and he heard the tales of gold in the Superstition Mountains, and allegedly found several sources of gold, which only reinforced the legends, and further enraged the Apaches, who at this point were pretty fed up with strangers showing up, going where they specifically told them not to go, and the Apache began to attack all trespassers near the mountains. But according to one version of what has now become known as the Legend of the Dutchman Mine, in 1748, the King of Spain issued a land grant to the Mexican cattle baron Don Miguel Peralta for 300 leagues in the area of the Superstition Mountains. Others claim Peralta was a commander of the Spanish Armada, who was given a mission to search the northern Spanish territories, which is now the southwest United States, for gold. But either way, no matter who he was, the legend holds that he found a mine containing some of the purest gold ore ever found. It's said that over his life, he made numerous trips back and forth to the Superstition Mountains back to Mexico City, carrying saddlebags heavy with the precious ore. The secret of the mine's exact location was passed down from father to son to grandson on encrypted maps inscribed on clay tablets, now known as the Peralta Stones. By the 1800s, the Apache people had created a sacred stronghold in the area of the Superstition Mountains, and they protected it fiercely. And unfortunately for the Peralta family, their mine was in that same area, so their trips became more dangerous.
Just be with them all the time.
However, the family had managed to establish good relations with at least some members of the tribe. When the Peralta grandsons, Pedro and Miguel, were told that the Spanish crown were in negotiations with the United States,
luckily they're all safe,
in
but we can't figure out how
they
to
were
fix
sent
it.
on one last mission to mine as much gold as possible before that.
Sorry guys, we gotta pause because we just got some gerbils from the Humane Society the other day, and I guess Fantima knocked the cage part off. Okay, so to fix the upper part, you have to kind of push it in to where the little knobs go into the slot on the plastic part. So fix that, because, well, we do have 3 balls.
Yeah.
So you could put them all in a ball each, but don't let the cats mess with them, because they could die from a heart attack and be scared. So you got to be extra careful, but they'll be coming out more and more. I noticed today they're all just like, hey, what's going on? And Chubbs was there, and I sprayed him with a spray bottle and then threw him outside.
Yeah, we were holding them. They were kind of scared, but they weren't, like, scared to where they were biting us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they did try to escape onto the
Are they all black and white, or is there two that's kind of black and white and the other one's black? Or
It's like pure black.
yeah, that's what I saw. I was like, wow, you're black and white, you're black and white. It's like Hercules Juniors and then one blackie.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Hercules Juniors and then a blue.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yes, you can do the bowls, but just keep an eye on them.
I know. Love you.
Love you too. Oh, man. Yeah, I volunteer at the Humane Society every week. And these poor gerbils have been there forever. And then yesterday, sorry, there's hairs blowing around, probably the dogs. And they're like, yeah, we know you just adopted a cat. How about you adopt this? Not talking to me, but the girl I caretake for. And she's like, oh yeah, the cat Elmer, and she's such a handful, blah, blah, blah. Instead of saying all the good things about her, she's saying the bad things about her. But yeah, they still have those 3 freaking black gerbils. One was pure black, 2 were black and white. And I'm like, okay, how much are they? Because I've been looking at these gerbils for weeks. And they're like, they're free. Just take them. Get them the crack out of here. I'm like, really? So I did. And now we have 3 damn gerbils starting from last night. So wish us luck. No, they're pretty damn cool. I never owned a gerbil myself. I was always like a hamster person. My daughter was a rat person. My sister was a gerbil person. And her gerbil's tail actually came off because she kept grabbing it by the tail. And then it died shortly after. So I was just like, no. But these little gerbils, they're so cute. Have been at the Humane Society for about a month. So they're very into people as far as they've seen a lot of damn people. But anyways, let's get back to what we were looking at. I'm just filling you into what Lily was saying. But yeah, damn gerbils.
That happened. When they arrived, the men and their team were met by the Apache chief, who told them to leave their sacred land. But the
Oh no.
That happened. When they arrived, the men and their team were met by the Apache chief, who told them to leave their sacred land. But the Peraltas explained the situation and beseeched him to allow them to return to the mine one last time, promising that they would only be there for a short time and then they would leave forever. So the chief allowed it. As 1 month passed, and then another, and then several more, the relationship between the two groups became very strained. And around the 9th month, the Apache attacked the Peralta camp. Between 100 and 400 men, depending on the source, lost their lives that day, and those who were able to survive the initial attack tried to flee, but they were pursued by the warriors and surrounded at what is now known as the massacre grounds. After the battle, the Apache took the bodies, the gold, and all the belongings of the men, dropped them into the shafts of the gold mine, and then covered it up with rocks and anything else they could find to cover it, hoping to wipe away all evidence of the mine and even the memory of it from the minds of men. But unbeknownst to the warriors, a few of the party had escaped, including Miguel Peralta. The beaten, bruised, and goldless man made his way back towards Mexico City. He stopped at a cantina to drown his sorrows, where, as fate would have it, he had a chance encounter with another road-weary traveler, the Dutchman, Jacob Waltz. Jacob Waltz was actually a German immigrant, but apparently the Dutchman was a nickname, who was traveling from Mississippi to California to find his fortune. And that evening, a very intoxicated Miguel got into a bar fight with a man with a knife. They were locked in a deadly struggle when Jacob Waltz picked up a chair and knocked the man with the knife upside the head with it. The two men spent the rest of the night drinking together, talking, sharing stories. And Miguel confided in Jacob about his family's mine and the gold and the terrible massacre. And before they parted ways, Miguel gifted Jacob his maps. He told him how to read them and the meaning of the obscure symbols, saying no Peralta would ever return to the mine. But if Jacob wished to risk his life in pursuit of gold, then the mine was his, if he could find it. A repayment for saving Miguel's life. Jacob continued on to California, where he worked at several mines, and where he met another prospector. They worked together for close to a year, though it's unknown how close their association was, or how it happened that they both arrived in Arizona right around the same time. 1861, they both were living in Prescott, Arizona, and by 1869, they had both moved to Phoenix. And it was there that just a few months after his arrival, that Jacob Waltz paid for the material to build his homestead with a handful of extremely high-quality gold ore. Whether he acquired this gold from other mines where he worked, or Whether he'd finally discovered the Peralta mine is unknown, but it is known that in the early 1870s, Jacob Waltz sent for his childhood friend in Germany, Jacob Weiser, to join him in Phoenix. And the pair made several trips out to the Superstition Mountain, and Jacob Weiser also began to pay for goods with high-quality ore, at least until 1877, when the men were camping in a canyon near the Superstitions. But only Jacob Waltz, the Dutchman, returned, alone, barefoot, bloody. No one knows exactly what happened to Jacob Weiser. Some believe they had been attacked by the Apache. Others believe the men got in a heated argument, and Waltz ended up killing his friend. Whatever happened in those mountains, it changed Jacob Waltz. He became more quiet and withdrawn, and went into town less often. But for over 20 years, he never failed to make a trip every winter, disappearing into the canyons of the Superstitions, and returning, according to rumor, with saddlebags heavy with gold. During the time that Jacob and Jacob were making their regular trips into the mountains, a very interesting character all by himself, I might have to make a whole separate video for him, abruptly abandoned his life as a court officer and a deputy marshal in Phoenix to become a squatter in the Superstition Mountains, where he built himself a little cabin and earned himself the nickname the Hermit of the Superstitions, a bit of a legend in himself. Before he was found dead in May 1896 near Rogers Canyon, about 4 miles from his home, his head had been severed from his body. Nothing is really known about the connection between the old hermit and Jacob Waltz, other than they knew each other, but I suspect that they are a lot more interlinked than most people realize. And as for Jacob, in 1891 his homestead was caught in a flood that washed his home away. He barely survived by clinging to a tree, but he was rescued by 2 brothers who took him to a woman named Julia Thomas, one of his friends in town who ran a boarding house, so that she could try to nurse him back to health. Unfortunately, the Dutchman never did regain his health, and he passed away on October 25th, 1891, but supposedly on his deathbed. He confided to Julia about his stash of gold, passing on the secret of the fabled Dutchman mine to her and his rescuers, the 2 brothers, who were supposedly able to retrieve 5 bags of gold from the wreckage of the Dutchman's home, which, after Jacob's death, the 3 used in several attempts to find this gold mine. They never did find it, but the legend of the lost Dutchman's mine has only grown in the over 100 years since. Over the decades, many people have tried to find this mine. Many have died doing it, but we'll have to talk about that in part 2. Want to hear a story? This story is going to...
Yes, we heard that story. That story was amazing. So, like I said, my family lives in Phoenix and other areas of Arizona and Arkansas and Kentucky and Washington. But anyways, yes, looking into it, doing some investigatory things, so many different people that have been beheaded. So is the Queen of Hearts there, or is it something else? And then I heard stories of little people. Little people. So back when I was a kid, the only little people I saw were little goblin-looking mofos, like gremlin goblins, like not goblins, but dog-faced, big-eared, scaly-skinned. Oh, it gives me the goosebumps just saying it. Things. I want to say people, but they're not people. They're things. And they have no good intent. They all have ill intent, which I'm grateful that I was able to escape it. Like, I had a dream of Lucifer himself. Woke up, saw him in my doorway. And I'm just all backwards and upside down about this. So, went to sleep, had a dream that my bed was tilting like this. There's a base of the bed, here's the bed. Tilting till I fell down to the base of the bed right here. But the base of the bed is here. So the mattress is up here, the base of the bed is here. At the end of the bed is a hole of fire. Liquid hot magma. So I'm putting my arms down here, my thumbs and my forefingers like this, like grabbing on to the baseboard of the bed. So I don't fall into the freaking hole of fire. Seriously. I don't want to go in there. Why the crap would I want to go in there? Wake up. I'm a very still sleeper. Yeah, I might be gassy. Yeah, I might snore a little. You know, you never know what happens when you're sleeping because you're sleeping and you don't know. Anyways, I wake up at the end of my bed. I'm just looking around. I'm like, that was the craziest dream I have ever had. Like, what the heck was that about? Why did I even have that dream? Then all of a sudden I'm like, well, before in this dream, which I don't know if you have color, sound, smell, I have all of the above. When people say, we don't dream in color and all these other things, I'm like, why not? Because I always have. But anyways, I'm just laying there all spelled out like, thank God that wasn't real. And then I look around. At first I smelled a sulfur sort of smell. And then all of a sudden I smelled cherry tobacco. And I know this is what it is because, well, not at that time did I know what it was, but I did know later on in life because after my dad, my mom was killed by a drunk driver. My dad abandoned us. We live at our grandparents'. That's where I encountered Satan himself and these damn little fucking goblin things. Number 3, I can't say the F word anymore. Anyways, this is the one and only time I ever encountered any of them. Ever. And it was odd, you know? I had this dream. There's a hole of fire. Bed's tilting. Wake up at the end of the bed. Man, that was the craziest dream I've had. Then I smell. I still smell smoke. But it's not sulfuric. It's cherry. Then I slowly look over. There's a man standing in my doorway. Okay, so I don't have a door. I have yellow lace curtains tied back. And my door is open. This man was just standing there. And all of a sudden he goes, takes a hit. Takes a hit off his cigar. And as he does, his face lights up and what he's wearing lights up. And when I saw this, he was the most beautiful man I had ever seen. And he's wearing a tuxedo with a bow tie. So there's a bow tie, white shirt, tuxedo. His hair slicked back. He's got the most amazingly gorgeous face. The most gorgeous man I had ever seen. And I was crushing as a little girl. And that's because of different things that happened to me as far as SANM less station. I saw this man and I found peace, but at the same time, I was like, honey boo boo, we ain't gonna talk to this feller. So I did what my father told me. All the years that I had nightmares, I'd wake up every night with nightmares. And finally, my father told me, if this happens to you again, just say, God stands before me, Satan fall behind. Please remember that. God stands before me, Satan fall behind. Just like that. I was out. I didn't have to see him, hear him, nothing. Very next thing I remember, waking up to the cock-a-doodle of my grandma's rooster. Or maybe just the chickens going, I don't know. I know it was daylight and it weren't no damn devil there. So, I don't know, I'm grateful for my dad and him telling me that. And then, I'll have to tell you really quick that years later, after our dispersed family, because when my mom got killed by a drunk driver, my 3 oldest siblings went with their dad. Me and my little brother went with our dad and then sent us to our grandparents. We all got separated because he never came back for us. But we all get together a few years after that. And we're sitting there telling family stories. And And I tell the story, and my dad flushed, like, all the color left his face. And my dad is Black Irish, so he don't even have to be in the sun, and he's dark. My dad's Black Irish. Yes, it does exist. I'm like, Dad, are you okay? What's wrong? Your mom told me the same damn story, but instead of saying what I told you to say, he came into her room further, so instead of being in the doorway, he came right next to the bed and had a full lengthy conversation with her. And then that agreement was struck, and then she was taken. So yeah, just gotta let you guys know, don't take any deals for reals, because they really ain't worth it. Anyways, we're gonna go to our second music break. On this break, we have Gravity from Krakow, Poland with My Last Goodbye. We have Dan Medina with I Won't Let You Go, and I love this song. So Dan Medina is originally a member of Gravity. So they're both from Krakow, Poland, but he's trying to go off on his own like Mr. Justin Timberlake, and I love his voice. I Won't Let You Go is what he's going to be singing. Mr. Jeff Hilliard from Los Angeles, California with Good Life. And then Mr. Fred Johnson III from Canyon County, California with After Dark. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
Things can't be unsaid. Streets of these are going to dead end. Listening to waves on windy days. Standing by the wall, making sense of it all. So alone in the dark, all alone in the dark. All alone in the dark, you're alone in the dark. 'Cause I won't let you go. You're so far away, always with my soul. I won't let you go. Oh, you're so far away, always with me in my soul. Yeah, yeah. Looking for a reason, not a lead. Mystified, lives inside a world, selling us all. Oh, she's alone in the dark, all alone in the dark, all alone in the dark, so alone in the dark. 'Cause I won't let you go. I won't let you go. You're so far away, always with me in my soul. Yeah, yeah. And I won't let you go. No matter what you tell me, tonight I'm gonna say my last goodbye. Oh. You say you can save me, so why don't you try? No matter what you tell me, tonight I'm gonna say my last goodbye. Oh. My last goodbye.
Excuse me! Excuse me! You got a cigarette? Hey, you help a guy out with some spare change. Anything will do, man. Oh, God bless. Can I just get your change? I missed the bus. I got this 6 right down the... I'm not an animal! Moving like a steak knife. This is the good life. Dancing in the moonlight. I wanna be inside of you. We got plenty to do till the 1:45, and I know you wanna ride my Cadillac. Don't give me no flack, I'll put you flat on your back. Moving like a steak knife. That's right. This is the good life. Dancing in the moonlight. I'm a sexual phenomenon, and you know I'm a sexual phenomenon, and I know I'm a sexual phenomenon. We all know I'm a sexual phenomenon. Get money, get high. Don't care if I live or die. Get money, get high. Don't care if I live or die. Welcome to the classic world, the Harvey Oswald. Dance around with these monkey suits, jumping around in the ocean like me. I'm really cool because I have a train and a drug. I'm looking at you, what's happening? Your God's not gonna save you. They're hiding behind the moon, watching your every move. This is the good life. This is the good life. This is the good life. Get money. Get money. Get high. Get money. Get high. Get money. Get
Take me to a college scene, I'd like to go and dance, have drinks and hunt the perfect date, yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find hidden shadows in the dark. It doesn't matter what I say, secret homicides arranged in a series of pursuits. No matter what I say, after dark, I give
certain crop circles that you find, right, in fields.
Had that line across it was like a power line or something, but it's not.
All I can say is tripping me out for sure. It's like...
It's not.
No, it's not, she says. Look!
Maybe because it's freaking... It's almost out of view. Look at this, Joe. Oh,
something went over there, look. Something went past it.
Look at it,
right here.
Maybe because it's freaking... It's almost out of view. Look at this.
What the hell?
Look at this, Joe. Look at this, Joe. Look at this, Joe.
Oh, it's putting orange in its mouth and its eyes open
up.
Just
like flown past it.
Yeah, that took a lot for it to eat that, and it's like looking its eye back closed. Yeah, it's a pirate. Arr. I'm just kidding. These things are so intricate and different, and there's no way in hell we can wrap our minds around what this actually freaking is.
Look, it's turning. It looks like it's turning.
God's hand. Okay, he's going to show that later, so Adrian, stick around, because when he shows that, my mind was blown. Your mind will be blown too.
And mate, I'm showing you now something which sees that and raises it, right? Watch
I'll
this.
see that and I'll raise it.
Shout out to Red Hotted for this, mate. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
You've done a great video.
It's pretty hot out there. Oh, look at that. Here it goes.
Now, right there, you're thinking, oh, that's, just not being able to focus. This is the things that we've been seeing a lot. And a lot of speculation, like, oh, that's just out of focus. Haha. No, wait.
No, mate.
This is what's convinced me.
Look at that. Look.
It's out of focus, Ben. No, it's not. Watch.
You just wait and see.
That is incredible.
This gets trippy.
Look that. Wow.
Now you can start seeing it morphing around inside, right? It's out of focus, Ben. It's not. Watch. Here we go.
Kind of an orb. I see the electricity.
Oh my God! Here it goes. Here it goes.
Nuts.
The same thing that's
There's a pirate thing I was talking about.
Her camera. Look at this.
Harry Buzz on you.
It gets better. I'm telling you, it gets better.
Oh my God. Yow. Oh my goodness.
You can't tell me that's out of focus.
What words to say about this?
I mean, it's not
there it is.
Cut.
Look,
4K,
look at that butt.
right?
But
you can clearly see there's something going on in there. Look, I know, mate.
What's with the color?
And the fat side comes back around. It's all divided and shit. Like,
what's going on here, man?
Oh my God!
Look at
this is intense. This is crazy. What the crap just happened?
This is an invasion of the watermelon orbs.
Look at that.
I'm telling you. Watermelon orbs.
It'd be interesting to see if this correlates in any way to, look.
This is plain fucking.
Dude, look how it separates. What the crap is that?
I love that.
This is so freaking weird.
I'm wondering if this correlates to, you know, when you, what's it called when you get
shapes? Oh, there goes
sound. Look at this shit.
Well.
You know,
there's really not a lot I can say about this.
I wonder if it's got something to do with
that. It's happening. Jesus Cristo.
Because these things are just they're too symmetrical. They're look at this, man.
Oh wow, look. It's the Neptune.
And then it just goes, and then it just disappears. Which there reminds me of that video that I did a while ago about the grey, like, X, the Xbox bloody shape. Somatics. vibrations form patterns in sand and other similar materials, right? I wonder if it's got something to do with that, with some sort of resonating. I mean, look at
all that.
Seeing this pattern
it's
in
so
sound.
intense. It's so crazy. Everything that's happening right now. Look at that. How do you keep track of that?
These things.
When
we talk about
makes me
spirituality
busy
and stuff, we talk generally. I say we, right? This is something I'm sort of delving into, spirituality and things like that. And there's a lot of talk about vibration, about being on a particular vibration, not listening to certain music which is on a certain wavelength, certain vibration. I think it'd be important. It'd be a good idea for somebody who's really understands about sound to look into these orbs and try to work out some sort of
I've seen them forever. Heard nothing.
Is that they're on, mate? Imagine that. Okay.
Do imagine that.
Talking about
it'd be cool if there were sounds, but
I want to show you.
There was none. Just silently moving down the fence.
This seems a little bit far-fetched, but it doesn't look like CGI. It doesn't look like AI creation. It's making the rounds. It's really interesting, and there's a particular sound of this. Now we know that these orbs and stuff don't.
She lost her cat,
break the
then she
sound
adopted a
barrier,
cat, and
anything
her
like that.
cat's name was
Take a look at this.
Well, she's cuckoo for cat puffs. Look at this ish. Okay, let's make it bigger. Let's make it bigger.
Right. Let's just break this down. If we zoom in, we're seeing two orb-like things here, which disappear.
Really? Where? We see one with refraction and reflection.
Sorry, got my bloody cursor.
Upside down. Upside down goes this way.
Right. There's two orbs, clearly.
One with a refraction. One with refraction.
We heard two bangs.
Oh, there's two orbs clearly.
Disappeared. I thought, is this some sort of firework or something like
Casper
that?
Sight.
Right? We heard the two bangs before they disappeared.
Same fucking orb.
The craziest thing happens is the cloud forms into some sort of plane of some sort, right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I love Casper Sight. I'm not trying to argue with him, but when he's seeing the bright ass orb and the refraction from it, he's like, "Oh, it's clearly two fucking orbs." No, it's not. It's the orb and the refraction of that. So let's continue.
And then another orb starts to appear. Is this what we were talking about earlier? Where is this the beginning of a manifestation into something? Right? Because this is such a magic trick. This smoke comes out of those. It looks like this smoke comes out of those orbs.
No, you can't.
It's actually like blowing it out of these orbs. Look, watch here and here. So
that's my FU to him. But everyone else on that field has. You cannot explain this. Like, it's here, it's there, it's everywhere. It goes in, it goes out, it goes over here, it goes over there. No fracking way can you explain this. And he's like, oh, there it goes. Well, this is a good explanation. No, bitch, no, it's not. Seriously, it's not.
The flare, and hence why it's blowing something out of it. And then so it's then disappearing. You're hearing the bang, and then what's happening? You're getting a secondary chemical reaction, right? Because of maybe a condensed smoke with the chemicals and fumes in it, and it's relighting again. Now, that was me breaking it down in real time, because I got to admit, at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's New Jersey orb, right? But now looking at it, I'm thinking that might be a flare, especially because of the colour of it. Anyway, let's move on. Is the drone pointing a powerful laser into space? Possible unknown drone pointing a powerful laser into space in New Jersey, December 19th, 2024.
Powerful laser into space? What's happening?
That is not into space. That is from space.
Where is the government?
Space. Okay. Well, okay, look at that. I'm telling you right now, this is not from Earth into space. This is from space into Earth. Are you, oh my God. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some Vim in it. Are you really telling me that this is from Earth to space? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No. Wait, dude, no.
Want to know how I got this $50,000?
No, hang on a second. That.
Okay. Like you said, hang on a second. That. So how many of you, as well as me, have looked at this and seen the upper cross and the sideways cross? This looks like the Star of Bethlehem. Was this indeed the star that led us to our brother, cousin, son, Jesus Christ? Like, I have to say, my mind is blown. I don't know, because holy crap, like, how can you deny this? How can you build this up? How can you do any of this? Oh my God, hear more.
That light beam isn't coming from that, I don't think.
It's around
because
it.
If you look here, it misses it slightly.
Mm-hmm. Come on, Casper Sight, let's go.
It misses it. That's coming from the ground. Now it's hitting it. Is this somebody that is pointing some sort of laser at a blimp in the sky?
Looks like a northern star. So beautiful!
Drone pointing.
I'm not too sure about that one. Again, I'm debunking these as I go. I you know, what I tend to do is I look at the things that people have tagged me on. I find it visually impressive. It's like, wow, okay, I'm going to say that. Looking into it. That's
they are looking into this, and what the crap? It's like up and down, all around. What? We've been carrying this ish. We've been doing this ish, and it's just like it's being revealed to us. Like, what the crap?
Not too sure. I was going to say it'd be interesting to see what tempo that light is. Is it anybody that knows Morse code? Anybody knows Morse code? Is that saying something? Now, I know that previously I've had a little bit of hate by saying that, as if a super intelligent race would use Morse code. Well, my argument is, why wouldn't they? If they're trying to communicate with us, they would use a language, right, that we're familiar with, Morse code. Like, you know, either speech or Morse code, something that we know. They ain't going to talk to us in their language when they know that we don't understand what they're talking about. So, you know, that's my argument. Okay, let's go back to looking deep into these orbs again. This gentleman here has changed his view on what these orbs are, because he's done some sort of like deep analysis on video footage of an orb. Thanks, Shorty, as well, for sending me this over, mate.
What up, Shorty?
I would like to, I think, is it Pro Pixel Imaging and UPA Research? This is the channel, okay? So make sure you go and give them a follow and a well done. Take a little look at this.
I'm shooting an addendum video for the analysis that I did yesterday on the orb over Atlantic City. As soon as I posted it, there were a number of comments from you guys that said, cube sphere, it looks like a cube. So I'm looking at this with a different pair of eyes now. And I think I agree with everybody that's been...
So people are saying there's a cube within a sphere here.
Saying that. So
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Just looking at the image that was brought out in the best fidelity, you can see... I see a cube-like object. I do see it. All right.
I'm trying to... Something for what?
I do see it. And if we look to the video, that's from that shot.
I love your chronological wearing of jacket and stuff.
Very cubic,
I'm trying to see what your name is.
Like image.
Something for something MP4.
And this one just these two clips just don't have enough data in it. This one, what's nice about this is it wasn't overexposed, so you don't get so much halo that you can't see exactly what's going on. Let's just let this play. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm changing the assessment. I think this is a cube in a sphere.
Seriously? Yeah, it's weird because it seems like something, then it turns into something else completely.
Stuff. You put information out there, people can look at it and tell you they think you're wrong or suggest other things.
No, and it's not that you're wrong or anything. I've seen other people say that, like they see it, then they see that
that's the adjustment I'm making. Thanks for the feedback. I think this is awesome. That's why we're doing this. And let's see what else we get.
Every time I go outside now,
exactly
I see,
the same thing you're saying.
Brightish stars or brightest things in the sky. I'm like, oh, what's that? Is that an orb? Is that a drone? Let me take a picture. And I did. I took a picture. And it's so strange. I saw this because I zoomed in and I saw this. That's what I zoomed in.
The cube?
And I saw that.
Are you talking about the cube?
I took some pictures. Right? I took 4 pictures. Now, sorry. Now, that also looks like a cube, right? It looks like a cube. This was 4 photos that I took. I tried to take video footage, and it was terrible. Because it was so small, but bright. And then, because I was out there for quite some time, I watched it. And over a certain amount of time, it just moved. It was a satellite.
Indeed.
And it was a bright satellite. Is this the phone making out what it's trying to do? And that's what generally, like, a phone does to try to create the image, because it's zooming in so much. So, I'm not too sure. And also, where it sort of flickers. At some point, you're going to see a cube. But like, right now, you can say, "Oh, that looks like a disc."
Yes.
Yeah. If you pause it again, now that looks like something else. But it's just like, it's all over the shot.
You know what?
I know.
But at certain points,
it's crazy, but it's true.
Yeah.
Like, this looks like a sphere within a sphere.
This is really happening.
I don't know. I just think. Out of the
you
sheer
can't deny
amount
it,
of time,
you can't deny it.
It mainly looks like a cube. So you just think, it's a cube in there. Right? I don't know. Maybe if you recorded that half an hour later,
my God,
it could be wobbling about a lot. It might look like a sphere within a sphere. It could be like a triangle within. It just so happens that recording it at that particular point looks like a square.
I'm changing the assessment. I think this is
it's a great analysis. But that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. I really didn't intentionally start this video to be like debunking this sort of stuff. I can't leave you on debunking 3 videos, all right?
Well,
look at these.
It's okay if you do or not.
Look at this.
Oh my God. This is it.
These orbs are up to something.
Holy shit, dude. Like, this is intense.
Is it to do with the Wanakee Reservoir? Are they interdimensional?
Nope.
Are they morphing into something? Are they morphing into these drones? What do you reckon? Thank you so much for watching.
I reckon you're on the something.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. Like, what the crack was that? Anyways. Oh, here we are. That was intense with Casper Sight, but anyways, I just want to say, wow. I was expecting to come out on the other side with something else, but anyways, thank you so much once again to my guests and people that are here with me that love me. And I love you too, because you're fracking amazing. Thank you to all of our friends on We Are Paradox Media's Facebook, Keeping Our Radio, Twitter, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and wherever else beyond the Omniverse you are tonight. I had a wonderful time this evening. I can't wait to do it again. Tomorrow night, when it's story time with me, TessaTNT, we have story time with Mr. Stephen King. It's going to be amazing. Don't forget, we're all in this together. Together, we can make the world a bit better. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there's no us. Until next time, nighty night, love and light to all my beautiful, wonderful yous. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and hopefully you might join me tomorrow night for another Sun's Time, Sun's Place. Another crazy bat time, another crazy bat place. Invasion of the watermelon orbs. Yes, indeed. Well, night night, love and light. I love you guys. Please take care of my yous. God damn it. I know. You heard that right here, MFers. Just kidding. I'm trying to go back over here. Where the crack is this other stuff, nothing. I don't even fucking know anymore. But we've gone through so many things so far as being human beings, and some of us went and got COVID vaccinations. Some of us didn't. Some of us are living healthily, no matter what. We shouldn't be using these things against each other, seriously. We should be together forever and just doing our own thing, as far as I'm concerned. But I wish you on Skype, Spreaker, wherever the crack you are. I just changed my password last night, so my Skype is being weird, but I hope you guys have had a very freaking Merry Christmas, and I hope that this new Happy New Year is going to be the most amazing thing of all. And I just have to say, Nighty Night, Love of Mine, I love you so much, and I just want the best for you. Hopefully you want the best for me too, but Nighty Night, Love of Mine, please take care of my ewes. Bye-bye.